Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Watch for a look at your headlines on this Wednesday, October the 20th. I'm Chris Bianchi. We'll start things out with a second person that is now under arrest in connection with the fatal shooting of a Longmont Postal Service worker last week. Andrew James Ritchie was arrested on Tuesday in connection with the shooting of Jason Schaefer, though police accused Schaefer's ex-girlfriend, Devin Schreiner, of actually killing Schaefer. There's no word, though, on the possible connection between Richer and Schreiner, though Ritchie is currently being held on charges of first-degree murder and complicity. Just 3 months after taking the job, Morrison Police Chief Misty Sitterfin is leaving her post at leading the department. Sitterfin submitted her resignation and said that she'll be leaving her post at the end of this month. She cited a lack of resources and financial instability at the department for leaving so soon into the job. Now today, new equipment is coming in as the Convention Center expansion project moves forward. That means a lot of closures potentially for you on Champa Street in downtown Denver. So that's short-term pain for long-term gain. John Glasgow is in downtown Denver checking in with more.
Yeah, construction crews here in downtown Denver, they're adding a third crane on top of the convention center. This is part of a major project at the convention center to add a terrace on top of the roof that they hope will attract new business here. So Champa Street is going to be closed here from 14th to Spear for the next 5 days to allow for them to bring in this crane and set it up. So take a look at the renderings that the city provided. The plan is to add more than 200,000 square feet of space, about the size of 4 football fields. The city says that the biggest draw to attract new clients will be the new outdoor space that will have the views of the mountains and the city. Now, what they found from their research is that smaller meeting areas are more attractive to businesses coming to Denver for networking. The city hopes that this will help generate about $85 million annually in economic impact, something that Denver says it needs with a slowdown from the pandemic.
We're building an expansion on top of the existing roof of the facility. It's a 200,000 square foot expansion that will, one of the great features of it is an outdoor terrace that will provide views of the mountains and the city.
Our research shows that we're going to see a return to those 2019 levels of business, which was really a great year for Denver, in 2024. And this expansion is expected to be wrapped up and ready to go in late 2023.
The city says that the project is on time and it's on budget. As for the detour here behind me, you can expect this road to be closed until Monday. I'll send it back to you.
We're likely just a few weeks away from children 5 to 11 being eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, and that means the White House is working on how to roll out the vaccines for the 28 million children eligible or expected to be eligible to receive one. The FDA is expected to approve the Pfizer vaccine for children in early November, and the White House preparing millions of doses to get sent out to pediatricians, primary care providers, and hundreds of school-based clinics. Now that's on top of retail pharmacies and more conventional ways of getting the vaccine, and the White House is preparing for an influx of demand for the vaccine, so hopefully avoiding the shortage of vaccines that was the case back about 10 months ago. UC Health is limiting patients to just one visitor per patient in its 16 Denver area hospitals due to rising COVID positivity rates. Other UC Health hospitals outside the metro area are limiting visitors to just 2 per patient, and UC Health says that they made the decision after hospital positivity rates amongst patients rose to about 10% for more than 7 consecutive days. Adams County is leaving the Tri-County Health Department. County Commissioner and Board Chair Eva Henry said in a news release just yesterday. This, of course, comes on the heels of Douglas County's decision to leave Tri-County Health earlier on this month. Adams County, meanwhile, will form its own health department starting in January of 2023. Colorado will be the first state to cover gender-affirming care under new health insurance benefits approved by the Biden administration. 9 News reporter Katie Eastman explains the impact of this decision.
At One Colorado, Nadine Bridges works to change the lives of LGBTQ Coloradans.
We just want folks to live their lives and thrive and survive in this world.
And in 2023, she says living will get a little easier for some because of a change in Colorado's essential health benefits that will require insurance carriers to cover gender-affirming care and surgeries for transgender patients.
To be able to have this opportunity to have insurance cover these is just life-changing for many in our community.
It's the first time the federal government has approved a requirement like this in individual and small group health plans. The decision means specific treatments must be seen as medically necessary.
What people don't realize is that some of these surgeries, like top surgery and electrolysis, facial feminization, some folks feel like that is just more cosmetic. And there are many in our community who really need that.
Blair Sagan knows that need. 3 years ago, they paid $10,000 out of pocket to get top surgery, a procedure to remove breast tissue and reshape the chest.
I was on the verge, and I was in a very deep depression, and I knew that it had to happen, and it changed my life. And the feeling after, I want every trans person to have, gender euphoria.
Blair says even within trans healthcare coverage, there are disparities. And to know that many Colorado carriers will no longer be able to call certain care elective or cosmetic is a win for transgender rights.
There are plenty of other surgeries that especially cisgender men can get that are covered. And it's such a fight, it's such a battle to be able to just have the basics for trans folks.
Katie Eastman, 9 News.
Hey, maybe not so fast there, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the famous South Park creators who announced their plans to buy Casa Bonita, are facing an objection from a Casa Bonita fan group. That fan group says they paid off some of the debt in the bankruptcy case. Now, the Save Casa Bonita fan group filed a bankruptcy court objection arguing that the sale to the South Park creators should be stopped. And they have an investor who's willing to pay $400,000 more than the $3.1 million that Parker and Stone offered to pay for Casa Bonita. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Finally, over to weather, where things a lot calmer today compared to what we saw back yesterday. We had some rain showers in the Denver area and a fair bit of mountain snowfall today. Sunshine, temperatures right around where they should be for the middle to end part of the month of October. We'll be in the low to mid 60s in Denver for your day today. The winds, which were a big issue yesterday, they won't be an issue for us today. Those winds have long since died down. And then as we get through the rest of the week, the real story is a big warm-up. Temperature is going to get up to right around 70 degrees, especially by your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Should be a gorgeous weekend ahead with low 70s, so perfect for pumpkin patches, any of those fall activities that you might have in mind. And then early next week, we might see some more troublesome weather or some more typical weather return by your Tuesday and your Wednesday with our next storm system set to move in from California. That'll do it for your top headlines here on this Wednesday, October the 20th. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. I'm Chris Bianchi, and again, we'll see you back here tomorrow.